Yes. Yes, 2 times. I know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la, we go. Ooh la la, we. She like, ooh la la, we. They go. Ooh la la, we. Okay, ooh la la, we. She like, ooh la la, we. They go, ooh la la, we. She like, ooh la la. Looking for ams like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed. It's the bread. What you do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovitz. Popovitz TV. That's my show. We live. We rolling. We unscripted. We authentic. That feeling. Back up in here. One more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Because over here on my side, we deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. I will be going to the gym after this live. If that sound like something you can rock with, then before you did it to the left and dance your ass off the page, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash the notification bell, so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, then you know how I do. You know how I plainly start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the game now. And we in the end game, people. And we in the end game because, you know, it's Monday. So that means it's Monday motivation, motivational Monday. I am your motivational speaker, whether you like it or not. And there goes some motivation for y'all, right? Erykah Badu, 51, great singer, great R&B performer, you know what I mean? And she's legendary, you know what I mean? Call Tyrone. She was in Switzerland with Megan Thee Stallion, and I guess Megan is doing a lot of festivals and shit now, and she invited her to come on stage, or she popped up on stage on some, what's the chick? Lil Mama. When Hov was doing his New York and she was in the moment, she came up there and she decided to show her little stuff, and a lot of people was overzealous. I'll say they riled up. Bill O'Reilly, you only riling me up. As far as her dancing at 51, I'll say this. When people are entertainers, the Madonnas of the world, you know, the Ron Isleys of the world, Mr. Big, you know, when they get on, they still play the role of Mr. Big, and you see her get on. She did a little twerk, you know what I mean? Come on, baby, come on, baby. I didn't really look at it like with the side eye too much, because she is an entertainer. Does that mean that older women is not seeking validation? No. Does that mean that she too old to do it? Maybe, kinda, sorta. It all really depends. So, well, I want to talk about motivation for women and men, like ladies, gentlemen, and low life. At what age do we deem is, you know, too old to do certain things? Now, granted, she wasn't at the airport and she heard her favorite song. She jumped. And all the ladies was in there shaking their ass, and come out and say, "Yo, it's not a church, it's not a family place, but yo, y'all can't be doing that. These tables and chairs is expensive. I want to see all y'all shaking your asses." It was an appropriate place, but what's the appropriate age? Do you see grown men still wearing their pants hanging down, still involved in certain activities? And then you take it back to Slick Rick, like, "Hey, young world, the world is yours. Hey, young world." He got a line in there that says, "And if you're over 18, I wish you act like an adult. Don't live in the world of hate, hate, hate. Pull yourself together and get yourself straight. Men don't steal and most don't borrow. And if you smoke crack, your kids will smoke crack tomorrow. So be more mature, and kids, do your chores. Make your own money. Be proud that's yours. So the first line is, if you over 18, you should act like an adult. And we know in the world where, even as myself, I remember being adolescent, couldn't do certain things. You always want to be growner than what you really are. So I get that part. Kids want to, not be told what to do, even though your parents is trying to guide you when they should have, at least probably been there and made some of the mistakes that you're going to make. So they're trying to guide you so you don't make the same mistakes they made, so that you can be better than them. That should be the ultimate goal, in my opinion, as a person that don't have no biological kids, but I help raise some kids. Like, wasn't born hustlers, I was birthing them. That should be your end game. Like, Like when Tony talks like up there, that's the end game. The end game for raising your kids should be to teach them what you know, right from wrong, and hopefully they be better than you. But I say that to say I know how it is to be 18, 19, 20. You want to be grown. You want to be 30. You want to have your own car, have your own apartment. Go and come freely as you want. So we know that that's not realistic, is what I'm saying. 18, kids just learning how to drive, getting their driver's license, etc. You in college probably, or you starting to socialize, etc. So you're not an adult. You're the furthest thing away from an adult. You're still going to make a lot of bonehead decisions and mistakes along the way as you learn and you live off experience, like the locks. So 18 is a little bit too young. But how about 24? How about 28, 32, 35? And then we still see some adults that's arrested in their development. Thus, you have men who have kids still involved in gang activity, or they running with the young niggas and they involved in all type of fuckery. When is the age cutoff limit, at least for you to shun them? Now, you can't stop grown people from doing what they do. They have laws and they have people to do that for you. We can't go around dictating and, being a tyrant and telling people what they can and can't do. And this is the era where you can't do that anyway. You know what I mean? Like, people ain't gonna allow you to shame them and dictate to, their lifestyle, and you projecting what you want on them. They're not gonna allow it. They're gonna do what the fuck they want. I don't think it's all that big of a deal, again, with Erykah Badu, but it does raise the question to say, at what age do we, start saying, all right, this is the cutoff? Because the reason why this is an issue is because she's 50, 51, whichever, take a year. 50 is the new 40. 40 is the new 30. And some people think even 20. Some you got 40-year-olds still thinking they're 20. And over this weekend, I didn't do the show yesterday, Sunday Fun Day, because I was just tired. So I ain't gonna lie. That feeling. Shout out to my cousin Jennifer, shout outs to Buddy. They just had their birthdays back to back. And we was at the cookout. Shout outs to my nigga Cartel with a fucking K, Big Nine, Mount V stand up. We was over there at the all-white party in Mount Vernon, turning up with him for his birthday. Then we went on the boat ride, and was on the Hudson. All-white party, celebrating. Mr. C had the crowd rocking. I just love a DJ that know his crowd and know what people like, and you just be dancing all night. So Saturday, I didn't get until like 7. Stopped at the Dirty Kitchen, got some breakfast. Shout outs to Fernando and Greg and Sonny. And it was just a long day. So Sunday was like, we chilling. But the point is, you see people, different ages when you out and about, like I was. You see people in their 40s, early 50s, and some people do think that whatever age they are, that they're really another age. Social media could be playing a factor in that, because we still learning the effects or the side effects that will continue to come down the turnpike because of the social media experiment, if you will. You got women that was on the boat where we was on, having a good time. We had women that's in, say, 35, 30, I'm going to say this particular group, acting ratchet as a motherfucker. They gonna hate us on this boat. We gonna just do whatever we want. Then you have the reserves, and obviously when you out and about, it's gonna be different type of crowds and different type of people and shit. You know what I mean? But I just think it's interesting that it's no accountability, if you will, in this regard. But let's get to some other shit that people was talking about. Matter of fact, hold on one second. I'm hearing this shit. that's better. Got the game on in the back. Niggas is talking online. Oh, this shit is still on. What the fuck? Let me turn this down. Turn this off. Shut this shit. Alright, that's what we gonna do. Niggas is gaming and shit. How about we take this out and take it? You know, when you live and unscripted, uncut, I mean? Get some more motivation. Black people, oh, Puerto Rico, black people, oh, but you black. I mean? Seeing this shit spinning on social media, and I get it. People is mad, they a little fake outrage. And my thinking is like, out of all of the blue checks, people that made a comment, it was, you know, power to the people and Black Lives Matter. This shit is not acceptable. What are you talking about, Lee? I'm talking about a video that's coming out of Pennsylvania or Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Sesame Street. You know what I mean? Like, we in these streets like Sesame. And apparently one of the characters allegedly, maybe kind of, sort of, gave high fives to like a white little girl, a parent. And then when he got towards the black girls, he kind of like overlooked them and was like, nah, know what I mean? So Sesame Street is coming out saying that he wasn't saying no to them. That somebody asked him, can he, or whoever, could have been a she under. We don't know who was under. I would love to see the person that was actually in the suit, especially if it's a black person, because then that would make a lot of people look stupid, like, stupid, like, you still recouping, stupid. Biggie Smalls reference, kick in the door. Let's look at the video, though. Let's look at the video. Let's watch it again. Now, in my opinion, he did like go like this over their heads, but clearly he wasn't looking at them when he was like this. No. And let's look at it again. Fuck it. Shaking the head, give the high five to her, looks that way and says no. Then over their heads go like this. So, you know, people is outraged. Let's pause this for a minute. Let's look at some of the comments. You know what I mean? And it seems like the people with the blue checks, that's why, in my opinion, you don't follow, you don't take lead, you don't, you know what I mean, take serious to me. This is just to me, and this is myself included, like Hov said, you know what I mean, on the song with Beanie Siegel, believe half of what you hear, even if it's sped by me. And with that said, I will kill niggas dead, cut niggas short, give you wheels for legs. Like, he just being funny, like, I'm actually showing you what I'm talking about. Still believe half of what you see and half of what you hear, even if it's sped by me. Like, that's a real line. I'm bringing that up to say, you got Jocelyn. I'm assuming it's Jocelyn, Puerto Rican. She like cat. Oh, let's read the response first. It says, after a mother claimed her daughters were ignored at a Sesame Place in the Philadelphia parade, the company responds and says, the no-hand gesture was in response to someone in the crowd asking for their child to be held during a photo. The family has also been invited to visit again. Thoughts, and a lot of celebrities or blue checks is responding. So, you know, this dude, James Wright, Chanel, child please. Jocelyn, like I said, the cat sign, another person, nah. What is this? The DJ one. This the best they can come up with. Big Bird and the game gotta come better than this. Another person, Sia. It looks like the character looks right at them. It doesn't look right at them. He looks the other way and say no. Then when he gets to them, he's like no over their heads. And I had seen that too in another. This video is going viral now, so I seen it on another channel where somebody's like, he clearly looking at them, and he clearly is not looking at them. Like, you ever see like when they interviewing witnesses to a crime, or it's an experiment where and something takes place, and it's a lot of people there that witness it. They talk to the different various people that's there, and they come up with different angles and perspective of what took place, because everybody see things different in real time, and then the way you remember it back is also could be different. Not that people are lying, but when things happen so fast, what color shirt do you have? Like, have you ever been in a lineup, or have you ever been questioned for a crime that was committed and they want you to witness? Like, what did you? How many shots you heard? Somebody, the variations will vary. So I ain't gonna put too much into that. Another person, apology not accepted. Where's Elmo? This person went on a long time. What is it? Now that's major. This is not good enough at all. Sesame Street is clear that the literal look down and second rejection of the character was directed at those beautiful black girls who waited excitedly for their moment only to be dismissed, who broke two young girls' hearts that day, much more than an invitation back to their place. Do better and make this right. I don't see how we make it right. Either way, the characters still ignored the little girls. Their job is to interact with the kids. Okay, that's not a blue check. But it's a lot of woke people. And I'm bringing this up to say, like, I commented. I don't see my comment right now. But pretty much what I said is this. I mean, like, this is why I don't really buy into the whole hoopla of what the angry mob on social media can tell people. I mean, in a bad way. Though it's supposed to be for a change and something positive, it's like, this is bullshit. Even if it is, say this is the case, like, for the sake of argument, he ignored two little black girls. All right, y'all want to be mad, y'all don't accept the invitation. Over this weekend in New York, it was 12 shootings, one fatal teenager got killed. Like, there's so much shit going on in the black and brown community. Oh, but you fucking black. That we could be putting our time, our efforts, our energy to mobilize. Like, you got the attorney, Crump, you know what I mean, the dude, the big time lawyer that's George Floyd, and he with all of the kids. People call him an ambulance chaser. Got Until Freedom, the MySon organization. Everybody's commenting, right? Everybody got something to say. Everybody's talking about the good old days. Well, let's talk about the good old days. You know what I mean? Wu-Tang reference. So much we could be doing with our time, constructively, building the community, spending black, supporting black. You know what I mean? Like, we spend so much money on other people's shits, unlike these fly Carrie Bartel hat for my man, that's, you know what I mean, black owner. Sneakers I just brought over the last weekend, black owner, new brand, my products and shit. You know, the nail places is still packed. Like, the nail places is still packed. Whole bunch of black women and even, black dudes. And sometimes I go occasionally and the person I go to, they Asian, black American, or they probably mixed, so she got a little cake with her. Over 10, 15 years I knew her, so we have a relationship. And I'm not saying boycott other businesses, but I remember those photos that came out that was going on in the pandemic over there and wherever they was at, they was mistreating the black folks. And we quickly forget. We always want to point out when the other is doing something to us, because I guess that's the rallying point. Everybody rally. But in the personal life, boycott black murder, when we was walking on Father's Day, it's quiet. Nobody's out. Maybe you don't fuck with my son. Maybe you think he's an activist, like other children. You know what I mean? Maybe you think he's an activist. Hold on a second. What the fuck is going on? Where's the sound? Maybe that'll work. Hearing all these noises in the back and shit. You black, you support black, maybe that's the rallying call, but it's kings killing kings out here. It's young kids killing. Just the other show I did not too long ago, 14-year-old killed by a 15-year-old, both of them drill rappers. Where's the rallying for that? You just had a TikTok trend where whole adult parents, most of them black, telling their kids they about to go outside and whip some ass, and that they're gonna need them to jump in when they, when the kids at their age get involved, scaring them to death. Like, you with the shits in one way, but you not with the shits and women. And it's like, this is fake outrage. It's like, all right, so what? So what? You need Ben Crumplin on the case. You need Until Freedom. This is civil rights worthy. And then again, what if he's a black man or a black woman? It could be, we don't know who was under this. Philadelphia racist. Like, I thought Philly was, you know what I mean? Eye of the Tiger and Sylvester Stallone. And every time I've been to Philly, it's whole black folks. So all of a sudden, Sesame Street is racist. Like, everything is racist, but you support. You spend your money. You look for ways to be somehow connected with massa. You know what I mean? Field nigga, house nigga, you know what I mean? Like, we always look for when they do shit around. Let's speak about this too. Because I just find it hypocritical, like I said, when you scroll down the list, all these people with the blue checks saying what they saying. What are you doing in your own community to bring the community together? And again, we don't know all the ins and outs of what people do, so I won't sit up here and like, yo, they not doing nothing. Maybe you got an organization, if you're a recognized celebrity and the blue check is for real, we know people buy that. You know, that shit don't mean nothing. We know they say some of the most dumbest shit. Seen somebody with a blue check on Tahiri page the other day. Yeah, it's the Tahiri that, you know, J.R. Smith, like, you can have your girl back now after he smashed. She had put up an asset picture and the buns is looking good. Like, damn, shorty could get it. Nice asset showing her whole ass, and I get it, that's what it is. Although she got a foundation and she working with DR and she doing the right thing, she's still putting up thirst trap pictures, and you know, you swipe and you like it, you keep it moving. One blue check nigga like, damn, you broke the internet, you gonna break the internet. And I, you know, sometimes I'm a little petty. When you stay petty, you ain't gotta get ready. And y'all know I be in the comments, like, I be running through these YouTube streets, running across these social media platforms, and they should have never. And sometimes I do that, and I'm human. I'm like, break the internet. She just released an unknown secret album like Beyonce. Did she go over $1 billion company like Rihanna? Like, how the fuck is she breaking the internet? Cause she doing what Buffy the Body did years ago? Cause she doing what some of these Instagram models is doing, just posting up fat ass pictures? How the fuck is she breaking the internet, bro? I get it, you want to bone, you want to, you know what I mean, drink a bathwater. DMs and get shot down. Cause even with that blue check, that ain't gonna get you no buns. And that's you, sucker. And I didn't get no response back. He probably knew I was right. But the thing is, you know, people with blue checks, they do and they say the mostest, you know what I mean? And they be all the way wrong. Let's get really mad about the shit that's going on in the community. You know what I mean? Let's do something. And I'll get on this real quick because I spoke about it in the last live. But you know, I just assume that everybody knew what I was talking about. So the Heaven Up in Harlem cookout will be this year. Again, it's the 17th year. Like, you know what I mean? You have to get some praise to that. Some marriages don't last that long. Some relationships don't last that long. Some business and companies don't last that long. They file for bankruptcy or they get closed down. 17 years is very admirable, you know what I mean? And we should salute and we should follow suit. Heaven Up in Harlem cookout, like I said, I was just assuming that people knew. It's started by Nico or Dick. He got so many aliases, D-Love, you know what I mean, Nico, Dick, you know what I mean, for those that's Harlem and familiar with the terminology, and that's my uncle. And he started it, you know, years ago when his homie got killed, you know what I mean, and to commemorate his death, you know, and to remember him, he started the cookout. We had the free buses, take you to the location. Food is still free, liquor was free. For those that smoke, we was giving out bud, like it's some real exclusive shit. T-shirts, everything was free. And over the years, everything stopped being free, obviously, but the essence of the cookout is still going on. And so what happened is, because he chose to, I hope they remember you, as I plainly say on the channel, do you ever think about when you out of here, your record deal, your video, all that shit out of here? Well, when you out of here, you a real one, or you know, you have real bonds with people, this is how you possibly could be remembered and turn a big thing. And it's a few people from Harlem who lost their lives, or they, you know, I know them, they loved ones, and still they keep them alive, and I spoke about them. The cookout is because of Khalid, rest in peace, may Allah have mercy. But then it evolved, like, you know somebody that you lost your moms, you lost a person. So we all been coming together for 17 years. But this year, he wanted to do the theme of, you bring your sons, You bring your cousins, you bring your little nephews, we gonna bring our sons, we gonna bring our little cousins, we gonna bring our little nephews, so that we can introduce them to one another. They can see one another. Hopefully they can get familiar with one another and recognize like, oh, we all really family. You know what I mean? Even if it may be extended, even if you from the Bronx, even if you from Brooklyn, even though they from Harlem, or you from this, you know what I mean? You from Wagner, you from Grant, you from, you know what I mean, Polo Grounds, wherever you from, we all one community. And really, we really all are. Like G Money said, we all we got. Oh, but you black. That's something tangible. You know what I mean? That blue checks and people could be doing. And again, no sponsors, all out of pocket. 17 years, and it's grown to something good. Performances, people come, have a good time. We still got the buses. This year it's going to be on Randall's Island. Last year was on Randall Island, and it was lit last year. Every year is lit. You know what I mean? Obviously, you remembering your loved ones, and that's just one way. Obviously, people choose to remember their loved ones and people that was close to them in various different ways. But if you're not doing nothing, you from the boroughs or you in town, pull up to Randall's Island. You know what I mean? July 31st. We out there from probably like 7, 8 in the morning, all the way to about like 8 at night, and that's how we do it. Come with peace, come with your kids, you know what I mean? Bring the grand folks. Let's sip on something, let's smoke something good, let's eat some, you know what I mean, good food, listen to some music, and let's tell stories and, you know, remember our loved ones that passed. But I'm bringing that up to say, one, because I didn't do it in the last video. My shit unscripted, so sometimes I be going. Let's rally for that. Let's rally for things similar to that, as opposed to being on social media, fake outrage, because some fucking Sesame Street character, you know what I mean, didn't handshake a black girl, like two little black girls. That's what it comes to, like, ah! So this is what it all comes down to, playoffs. Like, come on, shit sounds stupid that this is what we putting our resources into, and then again, like I said, 12 people get shot up and injured over the weekend, Brooklyn, Bronx, Harlem, and one, you know, teenager dead. Like, this shit crazy. Young girls getting shot up in the Bronx and in Brooklyn with her little moms getting shot in the hand, like 13 years old. That's what we should be rallying about. Not no fucking bullshit Sesame Street because some googly-eyed green monster said, nah, I'm not taking a picture. And then the thing is, can you hear the audio? Is the person saying, yo, Gravity, you don't know what they were saying unless you was there. So you jump into conclusions, you jump into, you know what I mean, Bill O'Reilly, you only rally me up and you online just because the mob is doing it. It's how a lot of people is followers for real, like, and your integrity don't be intact because when it's 10 niggas, you gonna, you know what I mean, you're not gonna act like you act when you got the 10 niggas. You're gonna act humble, you're gonna be respectful, you're gonna be courteous, you're gonna be quiet. You know what I mean? When you got your niggas, now your chest is out. Now you boastful. When you got a burner, I gave you power. How you like me now? I made you go black. I made you buck wild. When you don't got that and you really can't fight, you know what I mean? You scared to take a little hit, you a different person. Same thing, you know what I mean, with these online social media people. But this is what we in. Me in the end game and Tony, there was no other way. We also in the end game. Speaking of people doing shit for social media and things of that nature, Styles P, you know what I mean? Yonkers. And I quote the locks a lot when I be like, we gonna give out the locks, not from Yonkers, talking about the winner, chicken dinner, because that's your money, son, And speaking of money, it could be your livelihood. So Styles P, who I don't know him like, well, I don't got his number in my phone or nothing like that, and we ain't bosom buddies, but I met Styles a few times, was in his video, you know what I mean? Convict 22, shout outs to Kerry, you know what I mean, the producer. Shout outs to Famous AAA, my guy who hacks his D's. We both was in the video, you know what I mean? And I met him a few times, you know what I mean? We hung out when it was, what was the joint in Harlem? The G-Bar. It was Sheik Luke's birthday. I told y'all the story where we was, you know, at the nighttime, you know, as the night was going on, it was time to leave. Everybody was taking pictures and shit. And he was standing next to his wife. I don't know if she was his wife that time, but he's still with the, you know, his wife that he's with now. We taking pictures and shit, and I try to put my arm around him, not like disrespectful or, you know, just taking the picture. This is what we do, or around the waist if she a woman. And he grabbed my arm like, nah, B, that's my lady. I forget if he said that's his wife or that's his lady, you know what I mean? And nothing of it. And then that was that. Seeing him in Harlem doing pull-ups on the bar. Like I said, I've seen Styles a few times. So shout outs to the locks. I know he about that life in the sense of what he did with this young lady. I guess in Yonkers, maybe allegedly, kind of, sort of. There was a member of the LGBT community. Have you seen the video? You know what I'm talking about? So she looked a little rough. You don't know if she's a woman or a dude. That's why the lady that's recording is like, that's a woman. That's a woman. It's like, yeah, she didn't really look like a woman at first, but okay, we get it. She's a woman. Police, I guess, slammed her on the ground, slammed the child on the hard concrete. I don't know what she did. I don't know if it was warranted. But he got involved. He didn't take his camera out and record. Somebody already was doing that. But he did say, yo, that's a female. What the fuck is y'all doing? Called him some bitch ass niggas. And pretty much like stood his ground. It was like back up. He like, I am backing up. And he since then has come out and not apologized, but like was telling some of the youth and some of the young brothers, because you know it's the narrative of black women is the most unprotected woman and challenge. You know what I mean? And yet, on a side note, my man who I was with shit, my man Bob, he do security now. Big guy, strong. When you give him a hand, like some niggas is naturally strong. So now, no matter how much I be in the gym working out, when you shake up, you know what I mean? Dude's hands like shake my hand. Make sure it's a firm shake. Say what's up, Ice Cube, and then break. Because if you standing there, I would tell you loud and clear, get off my dick, nigga, and tell your bitch to come here. That's an Ice Cube reference. Some dudes are strong, naturally. You know what I mean? Take 8 niggas to bring him down. So anyway, he does security, and me and him was chopping up. I haven't seen him in a while. I was on my bike coming through like the dark night. You know what I mean? I know how I do. And I seen him at the place where he is. So I stopped, like, boom, like, oh, what up? He's like, yo, you look familiar. Woo, like, yo, Comstock, woo, woo, like, nah, sing, that's what it was. And we started talking for a minute. I'm like, yo, what you doing, woo? He's like, yo, you look the same. I'm like, yo, same here. Woo, woo, woo. Anyway, at his job being a bouncer, he like, the women is the most unfucking ruling, especially the black, and speaking of women that's part of the LGBTQ5 community, they be the most ones that get crazy with it. And I said, really? He said, yeah, you know, they think they men, they got the masculine energy. And so again, I don't know what the cops was doing, if it was justified why they slammed on the concrete, man or woman, obviously. You don't know. But Styles, you know, he decided to say something, but then he came back and he like, yo, you know, for the youth, I handled that wrongly. He taking accountability. He like, you know, I probably shouldn't have called them no bitches, and I don't want them fired or whatever. I'm not against police, and I'm not either. As the person that actually, you know what I mean, committed crime in the past and went up north, you know what I mean, a few times. I'm not an angel on the channel. You need police. You need law and order. Otherwise, the fuckery and the people that, you know, wallow and play in the buffoonery, that shit, you think shit is bad now. Take away the law enforcement. Should it be, you'll be a prisoner in your own home if your home don't get invaded. He wish he would have handled it different. And the thing is too, he could have been taken down. They don't know you Styles P. They don't know you back on your new shit, ruthless. I'ma keep it real. You could die if you useless. Like, they don't know, like, I mean, money, power, respect. I'm sure of it. Even though he was in Yonkers, I'm sure they didn't know who he was. All they see is a black man intervening with police work, and he could have been arm broken, thrown on the floor. And I mean, I shout out to my nigga Goody. He from Yonkers. He doing 25 to life right now in Green Haven. He was slammed to the ground, you know, by police, and his teeth was knocked out. He got the dentures. You know what I mean? They don't give a fuck who you are. Could have turned out different for him. So a lot of people is praising him, and salute to Styles P for jumping in, or at least sticking around. He didn't pull out his phone. He actually was speaking up in the police face. So they was like, yo, back up. I am backing up. You know, because when you interfere with what they want, you could be that guy in the van, which, you know what I mean, handcuff your hand behind, and then they stop short, and then you know, break your fucking neck, or you injure yourself, and now you're paralyzed. That video is horrible to watch. Like, van just come to a stop, and you know what I mean, and your whole life is changed. Especially if it was just for some random, they pulling you over for some bullshit. You gotta, you know, it just happened, you know, whether it's a coinky dink or not. It could have turned out different for Styles. Like, what if he would have gotten murked? And you know what I mean, it would have been a different tone. Like, you know what I mean, we always love Big Papa, but we'd be like, damn, why Styles got involved with that shit? Why did he come to the defense? And again, people are bigging him up, and that's cool. I'm bigging him up because it turned out this way. He's still here with us. He able to talk about it. And this is the coffee so we could get riled up for the gym. I ain't on creatine or none of that other shit. You know what I mean? He wished he would have handled it different. But pretty much he was giving some game to the youth and anybody that may find themselves in these different positions. When you see police doing something, pull your phone. Some people, yo, why you just standing around? You know, do something. Be brave if you want. But are you ready to be on that Soviet line, or are you ready to go to your grave for a stranger you don't know? You don't know if they broke the law, what kind of law they broke, you know what I mean? Did they just finish killing somebody and now they getting apprehended? You really just don't know. Is everybody just innocent and being slammed to the ground? No, but we know that you can be mistaken identity and be slammed to the ground. Like, so it's a double-edged sword, and are you willing to fall on that sword? Especially with something to lose and you got kids and you already may have a few felonies on your jacket. So it's like, I'm not trying to intervene, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing none of that shit. You know what I mean? Now, I caught a case, DUI case. This is what, back in 2005, 2004? You don't know the law, it's no excuse. Cars running, I'm not driving, having a barbecue, you know what I mean? I'm playing the music for my shit. I had the mad ill system in my truck at that time. Blasting the music. Some shit happened with my sis, police put hands, I come get involved, put hands, same way I would do with somebody that's not in a uniform. Right. I'm not going to act different from, you know what I mean, how I'm normally going to. I'm going to be the same. And I'm going to accept the consequences. When they found out the car was mine, you know what I mean, but I wasn't driving. And so, like, because I wanted to intervene and stop them from doing their post, it was my sis. So I'm going to get involved. And anybody that I'm rocking with, I'm going to get involved. You know what I mean? We'll have to just deal with it later, but that's me. And that's you. Not a rando, not some regular strand. That's why I said I don't get where the unprotected blackness at, because anybody in my family know, especially if they're female, they know I'm with the shits and I'm going to get involved. So I did, and I got arrested for aggravated assault, but then when they found out the car was mine, like, oh, we're going to block you up. And then I copped out, not knowing the law, like, but you the law is inside. When your vehicle is, when the key is ignition and the car's on, that's how they get you. But anyway, it could turn out different for him, for Styles intervening for a stranger that he don't know. Even though she was getting slammed to the concrete, etc., it could have turned out different for him. So is he a hero, or did he live long enough? People have different things and views on, like, well, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not in for no rando. I don't care if she's a black woman or not. I'm not doing that shit. Maybe the lady that was recording was like, she's a woman, she lesbian, she just had to let it be known. Like, she kept, you know what I mean? You see the video, very annoying, by the way. You know what I mean? You're trying to listen and see what's going on, and the person is, you know, what's the word? Narrating what's going on. And it just was real fucking annoying, you know what I mean? But now the way is this. And let's get to this other story. I'm about to go to the gym, y'all. Let's get to this story. Where is it at? Do I have it? Yeah, here it go, right here. So this is a story that's going viral. A black chick, you know what I mean? Black lady, black woman, modern woman. We live in modern times, and Tony, there was no other way. I don't think we're going back. I really don't. And so I'm not shocked in it. If I was shocked, or if it was some lingering effects of like, oh, nah, nigga, you better pay attention and you're not going back. And then like, what is it? Kansas, we're not going back to Kansas, and everything that used to be cool ain't cool anymore. Andre 3000 line, Erykah Badu, you know, one of her baby fathers, because she got 3. And now she married to, or she about to get married to some young nigga, you know what I mean? Some young artist that's loading up. Side note. This chick here was celebrating her birthday with her boyfriend, allegedly, you know what I mean? And I'm saying, damn, boyfriend? Or was he just really being used, and the tag of boyfriend was inserted for sucker? Even though nice and smooth, Big Daddy Kane once made a song called Anything Goes When It Comes to Hoes, because pimping ain't easy, pimping ain't easy, no, pimping ain't easy, pimping ain't easy, no, pimping ain't easy. And now in the modern day, you know, in 2022, we remixing and say, anything goes when it comes to hoes, because simping ain't easy. Yeah, like a lot of niggas be simping, and they be simping hard. Like the blue check nigga that was on Tahiri page, you breaking the internet because you putting up an ass picture. He was simping hard. I mean, wish I had his name, put it on blast, like El Bozo. Sprinkle some dirt on it. Anyway, in the modern life, this chick decided to bring 18 friends. And her boyfriend decided not to pay for that shit. And not to pay for hers. And people is like, yeah, he shouldn't have paid for her 18 friends. but he should have paid for hers. And I'm on the side of, at first I was saying that, but I'm like, nah, she don't get no dinner, you know, she don't get no birthday dinner either. And this is why. Because she is of the age, and I'm gonna show the video in a minute, where she looked like she is a city girl, or she could be Young Miami. She could be listening to JT and Megan Thee Stallion. And I know Megan Thee Stallion, and they ain't Cardi B, I believe. One of these songs got a, I think it's Megan, got a song where you paying for me and you paying for my friend. You know, they looking for niggas like that that's going to trick the bag and don't mind tricking. And, you know, like T.I. said, if you, it ain't tricking if you got it. No, yeah, it is. But I get it. You got it so you don't mind. But it's still tricking. It's just that you don't mind. It's not hurting your pockets. I get it. And I know what it's like to throw a couple dollars at some buns, literally and figuratively. I know what it's like. And sometimes I don't mind. It is what it is. You get what you get, and what you get in is your ass kicked. Redman reference. But anyway, this is the video, and we'll get back to it.
For one, I'm not paying for everybody's food. It's your birthday, cool, but I'm not doing that. It's 18. Why don't T gotta pay for all y'all food though?
Why he sounds super weird in the back? Why T gotta pay for all y'all food though?
You feel here with him or you coming with me? You are you?
Oh, shit is all for the end. Let's watch it again.
You really just should have paid for all of our food.
For one, I'm not paying for everybody's food. It's your birthday, cool, but I'm not doing that. 18. Why don't T gotta pay for all y'all food though?
Why he sound wild with him?
18 for them.
A lot of broke bitches in the back. A lot of strong, independent broke bitches in the back.
You are you? Whoa, bro!
This is why I'm glad he did it. And that's why I'm glad he adopted the remix. Like anything when it comes to those, because simping ain't easy. And in this case, he big pimp. Like, you know what I mean? Big pimping. How the fuck is that your boyfriend? When you invite 18 of your friends out, you expect him to give his resources that's supposed to be, well, for you, or some of it. I don't know if they live together. But if you are living together, that means even as boyfriend and girlfriend, people like, because we ain't married, it's not fit. No. If y'all living together, y'all sharing expenses, y'all have some monies and things commingled together. No, y'all a unit. You're just not recognized in front of the courts. But in your own life and in the real world, with how y'all live, y'all are connected like a circle. Why is he delegating some of his finances to some of your friends? Like, why they boyfriends ain't give them no money? They OnlyFans ain't paying them. They straight green carpet life, but that was the thing back in the days, you know what I mean? Or at least yesteryear. Green carpet life, green Gucci suit, green. Where the fuck is your money at, bitch? Like, don't you got OnlyFans? Ain't you an Instagram model and influencer? As to his girl, and hopefully it's not his girlfriend no more. Is that grounds for breakup? Yeah, it is. In the modern world, because you trying to play me. Try to bring your friends, then you try to embarrass me on video, although, you know, she didn't have her phone out recording, but whoever's recording, you know it's being recorded now, and it's viral now. Calling me a broke nigga, you try to play me. Some of the people, let's read some of the comments. You really should have just paid. Now, I'm sorry, this ain't it. And even if he did feel he needed to pay for you and your friend's meal, you doing it in front of your friends, making him look bad. And 18 bitches, I mean females, the fuck? Earth, for sure, not paying for the one who, with the Coke bottle on, whatever. She out of pocket, hell nah, she wrong. She wrong as fuck. Is this a joke? Did she really expect him to pay for all of them? They're all actors, aren't they? So overall, the consensus is that he shouldn't have paid or shouldn't have to pay for the friends. But a lot of them, you know, a lot of comments were saying this is probably fake and staged like all the rest, which is, can't believe the social media shit. This gotta be staged. Look at the signs. Dude, get out of there. Girl, bye. You and your broke friends should have stayed home. That's a fact. I'ma pay, but I'm busting all, at least 18 of your friends. Nigga, like, I want all of the buns. I wouldn't expect my man to pay for no one but me, and don't ever come with me thinking he's supposed to. That's what I'm saying. Like, this ain't no song. This ain't no Cardi B, you know what I mean, Nicki Minaj. Like, y'all not them bitches. Y'all not rappers. Y'all not, you know what I mean, influencers. Even if you got a blue check and you got a couple of 100 likes on your page and niggas think you the shit. You're not them and you're not rich. So they talking that shit because they in a whole different space from you. If you dead ass think the person you calling boyfriend, which is a big tag nowadays, because a lot of bitches got rosters, starting fives, and you never really know where you fall in when it comes to this shit. You dead ass think he was gonna pay for all 18, and because he didn't, you're gonna disrespect him, try to emasculate him, try to belittle him in front of your friends. Now, how does that dynamic work out moving forward? When you with said 3 of them and y'all having a lunch or y'all have an argument, you know what they telling you? You need to fuck with the next nigga. You need to go get somebody else. Because remember, he ain't paid for you, or remember he was acting stingy. Bitch, where's your man at? You don't dare speak of my man and his finances. And then the thing is too, somebody was like, he got a red t-shirt on, that's a red flag. Like, I mean, no, he got a white t-shirt on, that's a red flag. Because he got a white t-shirt on? The mentality, I guess, because it's not, Versace, Louis, Balenciaga. He a broke nigga. The mentality of, oh, but you black. And y'all worrying about some Sesame Street Big Bird shit. Stupid, like, and you still recouping. Stupid. Bitches stupid. And a lot of you niggas is stupid too. And so you have to be talked to like this. I'm sorry. And I'm not the most, educated or smartest, right? I got my G, I got my A, you know what I mean? But I still know that this shit is dumb. The shit y'all following and shit that y'all hold up is sacred and, holy grail is stupid. And, knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everybody. I just think it's crazy, like, why should you now? You showing you showing disrespect. You know what I mean? Like, it's clearly like he dressed with a white tee and she dressed up as it's her birthday. I get it. You want some of your friends to come out? Yeah. And the thing is, it was another viral video going. I think the bill was like $3,500. And it was a whole bunch of women arguing, some of those same strong, independent, only women arguing about who to check. And one girl was just sitting there like, we all got money, why we in there? Apparently you all don't. And I've been out on a few, but for the most part, people got a couple of dollars, you know what I mean? But I had to end up putting more than what me and, the person I came with brought, in some of the tips. And it's like, that's why when you go, it's like, we'll probably just get that shit separate, keep it, keep it quiet. And that's what he should have did. He should have been like, yo, me and the birthday girl, I should separate. And also, if she did want to pay, maybe you want to say that prior, like bring enough. I know I wanted to probably go to Miami, or I know you was going to take me to Jamaica, but instead, I just want you to treat me and some of my friends, because you got to say 18 people, depending on where they was at. The bill probably was about 3 bands, you know what I mean? $3,500, you know what I mean? You see, each person is $100 or more. You get a steak dinner with 2 drinks, that's $100. What we dealing with in today's, that was just some flood flash and it's raining outside. You know what I mean? Still gonna go to the gym, no excuses. This what you dealing with, fellas. And that's why I say I tell my niece, my little cousins, my little nephews, don't be the herd. Be some sucker ass nigga that a chick just think they can just do whatever, because you can't even be mad at them. They gonna play the role, they gonna do what they gonna do. I tell you, like, joints on the boat. You know what I mean? Like, you follow, when you fake flirting and R. Kelly, I'm a flirt, and you just having fun. You know what I mean? It ain't that serious, especially for me. What you do, you get money, and like, I get money. How you think I get money? I work for it just like you. You asking me all these questions, and, we're not on a date, I'm not courting you, like, you know what I mean? Like, you want to go on a steak and invite me out to steak, and you want to not eat no bum steak, like, bitch, I'm vegan. What are we talking about here? Like, you and your friend, like, this is what they think. I'm not mad at that. I'm not having it. I'm telling you, fellas in the back, don't have it either. Don't be no sucker and let no chick just tell you anything and rope you in because you think you're going to get some buns. You'd be better off going on one of them sites and just paying for the buns. You're going to end up paying $300, $400, $500 anyway, so you might as well know that at the end of the night, what's going to go down. You're going to have it your way, like McDonald's. Then after that, you ain't even got to be bothered. Yo, my car broke down. You know what I mean? My mom's kicked me out. My phone bill is due. They added all those extra fees I ain't know about. Like, you don't got to hear none of that when you're not involved. You just booty clapping sounds. and it's over. Like, you know what I mean? For those that choose to go that route, and that's some free agent shit. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. But this is what you got to look forward to, fellas. The traditional ways, and you know, it is what it is. Just don't be the sucker. Like, it's a sucker born every day. They say every second, but that don't mean it got to be you. You don't got to be the one on some sucker shit. Because to me, that was all the way crazy. Like, you dead ass expect me to pay for 18 people? How dare you? Like, it's wild crazy. Last thing I want to talk about, speaking about women and the modern women, and you know, you can't take this shit serious. The nucleus physicist that was on the Monica Pineapple show, you know what I mean? The Monica chick. And side note for her, she looked good. Damn, shorty could get it. She could get it. She is single, or she a rapper. I guess she got a music platform. And when I follow her channel on YouTube. Follow a lot of people's channels. I'm in them YouTube streets. I'm running through those YouTube alleyways, and they should have never. When I first see a video, she get head all the time, how to pull women, how to chase you. It was like videos geared towards men, supposed to be like stats and shit that you could take, like a coach. And I'm like, I seen a couple of videos, and she easy on the eye, so I'm like, check out. It's a little funny. She got a nice little accent. Then I start seeing other little stuff, and it's like, maybe it's not really what it's hitting for. But apparently she got a dating show called The Pineapple Show, and mostly it's women that featured on there. And they speed date or they speed talk to a few dudes, and when they say pineapples, that means the guy got to go. So maybe a few weeks ago and shit, I covered it. A lot of people covered it. It was a viral video of the nucleus physicist and the girl, I forget her name, but she pineappled him within a few minutes, few seconds. And a lot of people came for her. She defended herself. Even Monica was like, yo, why you cut him off so fast? She like, he ain't have no personality. And a lot of people was like, she wanted the Pookie and the Ray Ray, et cetera, et cetera. And so he supposed to have went off to the Navy to do this type of thing, or the military or whatever. Smart guy, 27, like to kickbox, like to fight. You know what I mean? And into a lot of different things. He was away while all this shit was viral, so according to him, he didn't see this. But he's on another show, can't think of the name, but he's like, drink the coffee, it'll make you feel good. And this coffee tastes like shit. He was on that podcast. And the dude was interviewing him, he like, yo, you know, how do you feel about this shit going viral, chicks jumping in your DMs? And he was like, yeah, I had one away, you know what I mean? And he no longer wants to be, a physicist. He took another position. He like, I thought I wanted to do that, but I don't. Now he's gonna be a captain of the ship or some shit. Like, I'm the captain now. So anyway, he was like, he went on the show as a bet. He lost the bet. On his face, he actually got a girlfriend who he's been involved with for 2 years. You know what I mean? So he was like, he wasn't really taking shorty seriously anyway. It was just a bet he lost. He went on there. And, he's still going strong with his girl. She don't really care that he went viral. He don't really care that chicks is checking for him now. Because a lot of chicks was checking for him. Like, damn, you smart, you look good, or whatever the case. You seem like you got personality to me. I want to check for you. He cheated on my girl, and he's in a monogamous relationship. So shout out to the young brother. But this is what I want to talk about. Him coming back around now, after going viral. Nobody never knows when they're going to have a viral moment. But the Pineapple Show, just like a Kendra G show, although she have a lot of different women, and then sometimes she have men on the show, and she be getting a lot of pushback now too. So I guess she's feeling the self-proclaimed godfather of YouTube, what he used to get, and that's Kevin Sims. That is, rest in peace. She's been called a pick me now. You talk with the black chicks, but the Pineapple Show, fellas, this is for the fellas back. Do you take this shit seriously? Do you really think you could get on there and find a love connection? Do you think you're going to get on there with a woman that thinks she's a model or Instagram influencer, and she thinks she's the prize, puffing herself up, and she speed dating through all you niggas and she get the pick of the litter? Is that the best way to meet women? Are you still not out and about trying to run into chicks at the bar or wherever you're meeting them at? Swipe left, swipe right, tap twice, don't tap. I wish they had the dislike button, because I'd be pressing that shit a lot too. Could shows like that be taken serious? Would you ever get on a show like that? Obviously, you you run the risk by getting pineapple, getting rejected. And some people, they just trolling. Like he was trolling, he went on there, you know what I mean? Like he didn't think he was going to get called, he got called, he went on her show, all right, cool. Is that the way in 2022 to connect and meet new people, women, or to meet men? Obviously, you had the viral video of the mixer, and women were saying a lot of men don't come here, and this shit is a shamble, and men is like, welcome to, you know, this little speed date mixers. When I'm gonna sit down with you for a couple of seconds, you judge me for 3 minutes, kick me to the curb, waste my time, waste my money. A lot of you bitches are superficial and you're looking for, you know, a high value, so to speak. I mean, and I don't care. Like, man, men are used to that. Like, you know what I mean? If you don't have the tools, you don't look a certain way, you're not famous for something, you just get walked by every day. You go without compliments, you go without recognition. That's the life of a man. And most men are cool with that because we just accept that. Women normally, or for the majority, they need the validation. And they get it. They get it on social media, they get it from doing these mixes and obviously being guests on the Pineapple Show. I never would do something like that. I never met women like that. You know what I mean? I've been on, you know, the other type of sites, you know what I mean? But you already know what you're getting. You ain't gonna play no games, you ain't gonna be gunning through no songs and dance. We meeting up, what it's hitting for, and that's what it is. These type of joints where you gotta, you know, we having a date in front of the world, like people, her eyebrows is off, or he looked like he in the closet, or he a busty, but like, not that you're supposed to do in the comments, but we see how some of these dating internet shows turn out, and it's like, you're not gonna meet in the quiet. And that's not to say that these women are not good women, they're not high value as far as character-wise, but it's like if you surprise when you come on the show, you're not gonna meet nobody like that. That's my opinion. Old-fashioned way, if you will, be a little laborious, and maybe a little strenuous, a little work, like go out. I mean, at least you can see the person. When they turn the lights on in the club, like on the boat ride, see after a while, a couple of drinks, you blaming it on the goose, got you feeling loose, on Patron, got you on, you blaming it on alcohol. Some of you bitches is washed. You know what I mean? You looking good in the nighttime. You know what I mean? You come alive in the nighttime, you drinking your little drinky drink, doing your little food, and you like, oh shit, this bitch is ugly as a mother. You sure is ugly. You get to see them. At least you'll have a better feel for, you know what I mean? You get to see without the whole world being in your business, commenting on you, and, you know, making a spectacle of it. So it's good to know that he didn't take it serious, that it was a dare, or he lost the bet. And I think anybody that go in there trying to, you know, appease and, you know what I mean, talk to these joints on these social medias, I mean, if you're not just having fun with it, you're looking to set yourself up to maybe go viral for the wrong reason. And it is what it is, but y'all know what it is. It's your boy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in to my show, Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here, one more again. Yeah, kid.